everybody. So today I wanted to film for you a thrift haul. This is going to be, camera fell. This is going to be from two different trips. Mostly toys because I'm a great big kid. But yeah, so let's just get into it. I've kind of got everything just right here beside me. The first time I went, I got a whole bunch of dolls. No surprise there. And let me just say, they're in really rough shape right now. They're in thrift store condition. But if you follow me on my Instagram at GaelaLayla87, and Gaela is spelled with an E, not a Y, I post my thrift store mugshots. And then once I get all these cleaned up, I post their before and after pictures. So if you check that out later on, you'll see how these turned out. I got really lucky. Found a bunch of Bratz. Sorry, I'm like wiggling around. I'm very pregnant and I get winded easily, and I'm large and uncomfortable right now. Let's see. Okay. I got a whole bunch of Bratz. I was very excited because I hadn't seen a lot of them. And that's something I just kind of recently got into. I got my first Yasmin. It's just a little rough. They all are, but it's all good. And I went and identified these, but I don't have my notebook with me. So I think this might be a Play Sports Yasmin, but I'm not sure. If you're someone who collects Bratz or knows about Bratz and you can ID this girl for me, I would really appreciate it. I tried to join the Facebook group, but it's been like a week and they still haven't let me in. Okay. Oh, got my first Phoebe. They didn't make a whole lot of her. She wasn't one of like the original 4 or 5. She's got stars in her eyes. I don't know if you can see that. She's like a Hollywood Phoebe, I think. And then I got a couple of Chloe's. Chloe is my favorite. My absolute favorite. When Bratz first came out, I didn't think much of them. I was still all about Barbies, and that was the point where I was getting kind of old to be playing with Barbies. I mean, I was almost high school age. And they came out in 2001, and I got one Chloe, the original Chloe, and I would love to have another one for my collection. And that's the only Bratz doll I ever had up until this point where, you know, I'm just a grown lady collecting dolls. I got 2 of the movie premiere Chloe's. The neat thing about these is they have articulated arms and hands. But the second one here, I don't know if she's had a haircut. Her hair looks shorter. But she's missing her arms. But it is nice, you know. Her face is pretty marked up too. But it is nice to have a body double because they don't make these anymore, especially with her being a different type with the articulation. It's good to have a spare. I don't know if I've mentioned it before. I have my doll morgue where I have extra bodies for all my dolls because all the ones I collect are not being manufactured anymore, and it's good to have extra pieces and parts on hand. I sound like a hoarder, but it's one bin, guys, one. And then this Chloe is the Celebrities ballerina, I think. She's wild looking right now, but when I get her hair shampooed and probably gonna do a boil wash, I think she's gonna look stunning. I mean, look at this face. So pretty. I just love Chloe so much. I think she's so beautiful. She's easily my favorite. And now I have multiple ones, so. The next thing, I got an Ever After High doll. And all these dolls were in the bags that they do where it's like you can have one dressed doll or 3 nude dolls, and it's $1.99 for the bag. So this girl was actually dressed, but I've taken her clothes off. They weren't her right outfit, and I'm gonna wash them. I wash every doll that comes in, whether I buy it from someone else or if I thrift it. They all get washed, and their clothes get washed too, because you never know. This is, I want to say her name is Cerise. She's an Ever After High, and she's the wolf girl, from what I understand. In my last video, and you can see it up there, I bought one of the Ever After High books because I just don't know much about the characters. It looks like her hair's never been taken out of its original thingies here, but she's gonna get cleaned up. She's gonna get her spa day. They all will. And then surprisingly, I didn't realize it because I couldn't see this girl in the bag, but I got a Monster High, and this is Claudine, and I believe this is like the original Claudine, just the first one, and it may be the re-release because her hips aren't strung, they're plastic, which they did later, but just the basic Claudine doll. So that was a nice surprise because I only have one Claudine, and like I mentioned earlier, I like to have extras. And then I saw this girl. Let me get a close-up of her face if I can. Focus. Okay. I thought she was an original Superstar Barbie, but it turns out that she's actually 1984 Dolls of the World Sweden Barbie. And a great big thank you and shout out to my friend Cam on Instagram for identifying that for me, because I was having the hardest time. I was getting so frustrated. Whenever I take in a lot of dolls like these, I sit down with a notebook and I like to identify them because I want to know who they are, what line they're from, what year they were made. I just like to catalog what I have, and I don't know if everybody does that, but I'm just a nerd like that. And then I picked up one book. It's a Monster High book. I've watched a few of the movies, so I'm learning about the characters, and I really enjoy them. And my daughter watches them with me too, which is pretty fun. But I wanted to pick up this book. And the kids' books are usually pretty inexpensive. It was maybe $1. I'll stick it up there if it'll fit. Nope. My Ever After High book. I haven't been able to read as much this year because I have a toddler who's kind of all over the place. But I do have a reading goal, and these kids' books like this is an easy way to knock out a book off your goal in Goodreads if you do that. I'm on Goodreads if you'd like to follow me. And also the same day, I didn't thrift this, but my friend Megan, she had messaged me and was like, hey, I know you collect stuff like this. Do you want this? And she sent me a picture of this little doll, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I need that. It's a Miss Party Surprise doll, and I already had her skirt. It was one of the first things I thrifted when I started collecting toys, and I've just been hanging on to it all this time. And now I have the doll to fit into the playset, which I don't have here right now, but I was so excited. I mean, that's so wonderful to have people that look out for stuff like that for you, because now it's almost complete. The playset might be missing a few pieces, but that's really exciting, and I thought that was so sweet and so thoughtful, so I definitely wanted to give her a shout out for finding this for me. Thank you so much, Megan. I really appreciate it. I cannot thank you enough. And let's see what else I got. Okay, so that was it for the first trip, which was kind of a lot for me. You know, usually it's pretty slim pickings with the vintage toys, or even, I don't want to say vintage for like Monster High and Ever After High, but they don't make them anymore, so they're harder to come by for sure. The second time I just got a couple of things, but I bought this mixed bag. It was $1.99, and it had these little food people. They're kind of dusty. I'm gonna wash all these. See, there's like a breakfast croissant, and I was looking, Graphics International 1989. So I don't know if this was Burger King. I mean, usually McDonald's is stamped McDonald's. I mean, clearly it's probably some kind of like Happy Meal, maybe Wendy's or Burger King. I'm not sure. Let's see if we've got like a little piece of pie. He's cute, but like when I saw these in the bag, I knew they were vintage, even though I didn't check the date until I picked it up. But I just thought these little guys were so neat. I don't know if I'll keep these or if I'll sell them as a group. And then I've got all my little tiny plastic friends up there on my bookshelf. And also there was a Gus Gus. My cousin loves Gus Gus, so this is going to go to her. And Kanga and Roo. 2000 Disney. And Gus Gus doesn't have a date on him. But a lot of Disney lovers in my family, and a random Aladdin lamp. This might have gone with one of the dolls. There's always Disney dolls at my thrift store. I don't collect them personally, and I don't know many people that do. Okay, and then I got a couple of media things, I guess. I got 2 books and some DVDs. Media. I got Diary of a Minecraft Zombie. This is going to be for my son. He likes all things Minecraft that aren't the game. Like, we have so much Minecraft merch, and he doesn't even play Minecraft. He just watches other people play online, which I guess is the thing now, kids these days. And then I got him this Scooby-Doo book, Scooby-Doo and the Witch Doctor. I thought that would be a fun read for him. He really likes Scooby-Doo. And then I got the 6th season of The Simpsons on DVD. Whenever I find the Simpsons DVDs, I try to pick them up. Right now I've only got season 2 and now this one. And I checked, all the discs are in there. Because the thrift store got me one time. I thought I was getting like an older Nick Jr. DVD for my daughter that had like Blue's Clues on it. And then when I opened it, it was some kind of yoga DVD. I guess the universe was telling me I need to exercise more. But yeah, that was everything for my thrift haul. Yeah, for the last week or so. Some pretty good finds. Nothing too crazy, but you know, some days you have amazing days, and then some days it's just like, meh. I'm excited to get all these Bratz and other dolls cleaned up and added to my collection. Like I said, if you follow me on Instagram, you can see the before and afters there. And I do plan on putting out some more videos soon. Hopefully I'm having a lot of fun filming these for you guys. So be sure and check back, subscribe, and follow Super Geeked. And we'll see you all soon. Thank you.